All right, friends, on the sawmill today, we have something that I love to saw, and that's white oak. I love to quarter saw it even better, but out of all the woods that we sawmill here, walnut is my favorite, and my second favorite is white oak. I love this stuff. Now, this has been on the ground for a long time, guys. Probably 3 years. I think I bought these white oaks when we first moved over here about 3 years ago, and gosh, that's way too long to have something on the ground, but if you forget about it, that's the way it goes sometimes. But lucky for me, white oak is extremely rot resistant. This stuff, in my opinion, is better than pressure treated when it comes to being outside or even a ground contact. Now that's my opinion. Other people may say pressure treated is better, and that's fine. I think white oak's a little bit better, but we'll leave it at that. You can argue with me down in the comments below. But white oak, guys, I'm telling you, it's really good stuff, and we'll think we'll be okay, even though it's been on the ground for that long. The bark is still intact, and this right here was left right there in the field in the high grass. You guys saw where I picked it up a few minutes ago with the grapple, and there was no cover over it, laying directly on the ground, and the bark is stuck with it this whole time. That's impressive right there. Usually the bark falls off after about a season or two. As far as our dimensions, it's just shy of 10 feet long. Down here, if I can work around the sawmill there, about 16 inches on the far end. Down here on the operator's side is going to be about 18 inches. So a little bit of taper right here, but not too bad. Not too bad at all. There are a lot of knots, though, on this log. This is a very low-grade white oak. You wouldn't be using these for whiskey staves or nothing like that. But there will still be some good lumber in this. And we're doing 2x6s. I think I'll do nominal, like store-bought 2x6s, 1.5 by 5.5. And what I'm doing is I'm building a half wall in the timber frame. It's going to be 4 feet tall. And we'll probably do that tomorrow, which is Monday, because it's supposed to rain all day, and that'll be a good time to do something like that. And white oak will be a really good wood for that project. It's going to be a wall in the barn that kind of ties two of the bents together. And I got a new machine coming that I'll put in front of that wall. And I also sold a machine. What time is it? It's almost 2 o'clock. He'll be here in a few minutes. I may have to stop recording here just a minute, guys. I got a buddy of mine coming over that bought my 6-inch joiner. I got a Grizzly 6-inch joiner I've had for years. It's worked great, but I need a bigger one because we're cutting some really wide boards on this sawmill, sometimes 25, 30 inches. Now, I can't get a joiner that wide without having 3-phase and spending $15,000 or $20,000. But I did order a new joiner, and it's a 16-inch joiner, and that's about as wide as I could go that my pocketbook would allow right now. 3 quick things here, friends, and we'll get going. Number 1, I want to thank everybody on Patreon for supporting me here on the channel. I really appreciate that. Number 2, in reference to the last video, today is my birthday, and I am 42 years old. So if you guessed 42, you got it right. The third thing is, if you're looking for a Christmas present for yourself or somebody in your family, I cannot highly recommend enough this measuring tape holder right here. This is made by Occidental. This is not sponsored or nothing like that. I bought this one with my own money, but it's the best measuring tape holder I've ever found. I'm telling you, it clips right on your belt right there, and your measuring tape, most people at sawmills carry a 25-footer. That's what I've always had. You take off the clip so it doesn't interfere, make it too tight, falls right in there. It's awesome. I just love this thing right here. I tell everybody about it. They don't sponsor me, so don't get the wrong idea by this. This ain't a commercial for them. I'm just trying to show you guys something that really works for me. I was talking to my buddy Tim Fuller about this morning, and he even wears his to breakfast every day because he said you never know when you're going to need to measure something. And he's exactly right about that. So if you're interested in this little measuring tape holder, there's a link down below to my Amazon store, and I may get 50 cents or something if you buy one, which isn't a great deal of money at all. I'm just trying to share with you guys stuff that works here at my mill, and it may help you out as well. So let's get going, guys. I may get 2 or 3 cuts made before he shows up to get this joiner. We'll see what happens. And on the Sawmill, I am using a brand new silver tip Turbo 7 Joe Maine Special. His phone number's below. If you're interested in those blades, give him a call and he will hook you up. Let's go, guys.